Hi, my name is Nick and it's May 15. We're 6 o'clock in the afternoon, Central European time, and we're looking at the market, at the crypto market, as well as the developments in Firstcoin. We see Bitcoin down 1.6, Ethereum down 1.3, EOS down 2.5, Bitcoin Cash down nearly 2.5, ZCash up 15%, Litecoin down 4.5, Ripple down 2.1, Tron down 2.5, and TrueChain down 4.9. Looking at Bitcoin, what we see is that we are down from a top a couple of days ago of 9,300 on May 10th. We now May 15, of course. We went down to 8,300 and then the downward movement was halted and we are gradually moving up, although that also again was halted. There's not enough power in the market to continue this upward movement, and we are in a sideways movement, as you can clearly see. Interesting, if we look at the 3-month chart, then you can see the top in February, March was 11,000. We went down to 6,300 and we moved up, and now you can clearly see this upward movement from this dip here down to about 6.5. It went up steeply and then less steep, and then at one point here a couple of days ago, or about a week ago, it went sideways and it ran into some resistance at 9,400, and now it clearly started a downward movement. It can be a temporary dip, or it can be a testing of another support level around 6,300, although the sentiment looks quite positive, so I think it's unlikely that it will go down that far. Then, interesting, Ethereum down 1.3, and I talked about Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, whether Ethereum Classic will catch up in price with Ethereum. Well, it doesn't look that way yet. If we look at the 1-month chart, then we see down from 500 up to 800, and then cutting this upward support line and going either sideways or down. And if we look at the longer chart, then we can see that it seems to be just a temporary, from going upwards it goes sideways, or it can be just a dip in an upward movement. We're not sure. We have to wait and see. And if we then look at Ethereum Classic, here it is, and we see that this is the one that is about up 1%. And we see a bit of a similar chart, up to 23, down to 17, a slightly upward movement. And here, this looks like it is like an upward channel, moving slightly upwards, and this downward move here could be just testing the support line, the downward support, the lower support line of the channel. But we have to see whether it breaks that or not. So it could be something to keep in mind, whether that is really happening or not, whether Ethereum Classic will catch up with Ethereum or not. Another interesting thing is, of course, this ZCash, which is up 15.5%. And the reason for that is, I'll just tell you. Let's look at the chart first. We see it was up at 275, down 230, and then steeply upwards, and that was happening yesterday from 250 up to 330, and now it's up to 365. So the reason for that is this article, of course, that the Winklevoss brothers, who have an exchange, added ZCash, and ZCash is a coin which can be used to do all kinds of payments and do it anonymously. So it cannot be traced, and that makes it an interesting coin, of course. When we look at Firstcoin, then we see the 7-day chart down to 1.7, and then we went up, testing this 2 cents level, if you can say that, and now we are down 1.8 and up again. So it looks like this is going to be going down further. As you can see, it's only going down, down, down. And as you can also see that the volume is going down as well. The volume is just $10,000, and Systemcoin will hold the trading. I think it is today. I think today is last day, and that's everything to do with the developments in Firstcoin, which I can tell you maybe more about in Thursday when we talk to the CEO. You can clearly see that the volume in February was, still quite high, 700,000, and now we're down to not even 10,000. So it's very interesting. When there's any news on Thursday, I must surely let you know. And up till then, just sit tight. Be clear that this price will not stay, in the sense that what will happen is don't be afraid to lose all your money, because there will be a major change in Firstcoin, and they will kind of start anew, and I'll let you know more about that when I'm allowed to tell you that. Okay, thank you very much. That was it for today.